Welcome high atop to the Family Arena alongside my partner Fred Slow. My name is Joe De Niro. It's the St. Louis Ambush game number 1 of the season. They'll take on, game 2. First home game of the season, I should say. They'll take on the Tacoma Stars, who are 3-1 overall, and they bring in the best goalkeeper in the league. We'll get you set for the game coming up. Tony Glavin's season number 2, new owners, new uniforms, a new look to the roster. Fred Slow, should be a good one tonight here in St. Charles.
Yeah, we're excited to bring you St. Louis Ambush Soccer here on MASL TV. Obviously, MASLsoccer.com, score, stats, news, and more exclusively on MASLsoccer.com. MASL is also on Twitter. Get the latest from around the league and follow MASL Arena on Twitter. MASL, you can find on Facebook too, Joe. Visit MASL on Facebook at Facebook.com/MASL Soccer. And we are fortunate up here in St. Louis to be able to bring you the St. Louis Ambush broadcast from Midwest Members Credit Union, proud sponsor of what we're doing here with this brand new YouTube stream. So we hope everyone is checking us out and enjoying that. Get into these two teams. Tony Glavin took over mid-season last season. This is the first time he's been able to start a year with the Ambush, and obviously game 1 last week was not the outcome that we necessarily wanted, but Tacoma is playing the second of 2 games in Dallas last night. Here tonight, the Ambush have a real opportunity to get back to that 500 mark with a big win at that home opener.
Some familiar faces as well. Number 4, Corey Adamson is back in the lineup for the St. Louis Ambush. Of course, did not play with them last season. He is back. Got a couple of new goalkeepers. The starter tonight will be Casey Clark, and he's from California. So a new look for the Ambush. And, of course, your favorite, number 6, Danny Burko, makes his return tonight as well, Fred Slow. So it should be very, very interesting to see what Tony Glavin can do with this brand-new roster and this new team. And we knew all along that since the Ambush have been in St. Louis, that what they want to do, their number 1 goal is not to just put on a show here. They want to win a championship. And we'll see how they look tonight in their first home game. They're 0-1. They lose to Missouri. And speaking of Missouri, that's where O'Dane Sinclair went. So you won't see him anymore. That's kind of a shame not to have him in the lineup. But we start anew here. Again, new goalkeepers I mentioned, Casey Clark wearing number 1. New jerseys, new roster. It should be very, very interesting. But when you talk about the Tacoma Stars, you talk about by far the best goalkeeper in the league, and a guy that can not only be great defensively, but a guy that can keep them going offensively as well. And that's their goalkeeper, Danny Waltman. I mean,
yeah, he in my opinion is the best goalkeeper on the planet. I mean, it's hard to argue otherwise. But yeah, the Tacoma team, they've been in the game for a long time, and if it's not here in the MASL, they played in PASL and the WISL and the MISL and the PASL Premier.
All the SLs.
Yeah, they've been in every single one, haven't they? And I feel like their first season, correct me if I'm wrong, was like 83, so that's older than me.
Right.
And now they're here, obviously, and they have that rigged schedule we talk about where they have to travel the country and they have to get out and compete against these teams in the Midwest. And so, like you said, they were in Dallas last night. But we're getting ready for opening kickoff here. Tacoma in white, St. Louis Ambush, and I'm going to call them the Bumblebee, black and teal.
Dan Antoniuk for Tacoma puts it into the Ambush end. Number 24, Garcia for the Ambush. Goes wide right side. That's knocked around now, finally into the zone. Adamson in front there. He can't get to it. It's back to Garcia at midfield, and we are underway. Chris Mattingly, a familiar face, number 6 for the Ambush. Kicks this one, gets it down low, and back to Garcia, who's quarterbacking, if you will.
Yeah, Mitchell Garcia met before the game for the first time. He outstanding young man. Articulate little cat. He's in from Brazil, but he can play, he can run. He's a guy you're going to be excited to watch all season.
And here's Casey Clark wearing the Tampa Bay Rowdy colors. Like that jersey. Gets it deep into the Tacoma end. And right there we see one of the new faces. Number 8, that's Vadim Kojakov. Say that 3 times fast. Actually don't. Cody Kostakis. Burko. Contreras, another new face. And a big left foot there. And here's Richard Schmerman, a guy we know a lot about. Fred Slow, back to his keeper, Casey Clark.
4th year for Richard here with the Ambush. He was a young man when he started, and now he's just a regular man.
But he is indeed A man.
Yes. Real quick on Bahim, he, way of Ireland, has made his way to the team, but I know he lived in other parts of Eastern Europe. He's kind of a world traveled guy.
Ambush doing a good job with possession so far. 13:20 left in the first quarter.
Greg Kranz with some touches early.
Number 19 for the Ambush.
Good to see Greg healthy again. I know he battled last season. He wasn't out there as much as he wanted to be.
Let's go, Ambush.
Well, there's a few faces that you'll see again eventually. One being Lucas Almeida, who's out tonight. The good lad, Ross McGregor, still on the Ambush. He's nursing an injury as well. So it'll be great to get those guys back into the lineup. And again, the Ambush doing a good job with possession so far. Tacoma now has the ball at midfield.
Don't let that HD stream fool you here on MASL TV. Stefan St. Louis is wearing number 9. It's not number 10 anymore. He's become number 9.
And you talk about one of the better players in this league, Stefan St. Louis. Definitely fits that mold, and it's good to see him in the Ambush teal. Danny Waldman, who we've mentioned a lot on this broadcast before, and you'll hear his name quite a bit.
He'll shoot from right there. Watch it. No, he didn't do it. A little bit
Jensen now.
Slow pace early in this one. Not a ton of pressure from the Ambush, and it looks to me a little bit like the legs of Tacoma just aren't back. Here's a steal from the Ambush.
Nice job. Into the zone. Vadim Kozhkov can't get back there. Waldman takes over. And that's another thing Tacoma likes to do, is play the possession game as well. Here's Hansen. Back to Waldman. And it looks so far, Fred Slow, that Corey Clark is going to be a guy, the new keeper, who's going to try and work into the offensive game as well. Here's a rush for Joseph Kyrell. Dan Antoniuk's there. Schmerman misses that ball, but it goes wide. And now back to midfield it comes. Tacoma taking over possession as the Ambush had the bulk of it for the first couple of minutes. No score here. 11:20 left in the first. Here's Dan Antoniuk. Another very good soccer player. Did well against the Ambush last year when he was in this building. He's got the ball now.
I guess it would have been 2012-13 if my memory serves me, maybe 13-14, but Dan Antoniuk was a proud Ambush member for about 15 games one season.
Kostakis gives the ball away here. Be careful there. Good move there by Tacoma, but it's stolen by Kozhikov. Here's Corey Adamson. He's got Kostakis. Near side, now he's going to slow the pace down, and that's Mattingly. Back to Richard Schmerman.
I tell you, that's the maturity of Corey Adamson from when he started in the league a couple of years ago, and in my opinion, he's always been one of those top 20 guys, and he's calmed his game down a little bit. He's a possession guy. He plays in the upper third, obviously, but not afraid to move the ball around.
Very quick player as well. Still no score here. 10:15 left in the first. Kentaro Takata, good defense there. And that's going to be a foul on Ramos.
Tacoma Stars foul number 25.
And it's good to see Ramos not argue that one, because he pretty much cross-body blocked Kentaro Takata, number 13 for the Ambush.
Takata played outside all summer, playing for STLFC. It's good to
partners with the St. Louis Ambush.
Number 6, the captain Chris Malley, wearing that armband again this year.
Danny Burko tries for the through ball there, but that's a good steal by Corey Kites. Ambush retained possession. That's Garcia, number 24.
Can't miss his shoes, Joe. He is
Mitch Garcia. You cannot.
No.
Cody Kostakis with the long sock look. Back to Contreras. Contreras now to Stefan St. Louis. Makes a turn. Puts it on goal, and Danny Waltman with the save. And that just goes to show you, Fred, and everybody else, how quick Stefan St. Louis can be. One little roll, he created space for himself and got the shot off. Danny Waltman was there for the save.
Well, and there was something on it. I mean, Danny Waltman, he takes that one to the chest, but his lungs are emptied. That thing comes out with a little passion. Here's turnover for the Ambush midfield.
Stolen by Tacoma. Big drive there and a save by Clark. And that was Moan, number 28. He gets it again into the box. That's a handball, and they're going to call it. Good job. Refs on top of it so far.
Tacoma.
Handball foul against Tacoma.
6-5 victory for Tacoma last night over the Dallas Stars in overtime.
On Jensen.
And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll wear themselves down. Ambush fresh. They haven't played a game in a few days. Here's Schmerman, near side. Goes all the way into the Tacoma Star end. That's stolen. Number 5, Jensen there. Moan goes back to his keeper, Waldman, and Waldman's going to play a little keep away here. 8:25 left in the first, no score. Tacoma Stars and your St. Louis Ambush. Waldman down the field to Antoniuk. Antoniuk being guarded there by his former teammate, Chris Mattingly. And Antoniuk's going to give the ball back to midfield to Corey Kites. Kites is going to come near side here to Hansen. And they're going to play catch for a while. And now they get Danny Waldman back in. And that's the Tacoma Stars game. They look for an opening. They get Waldman involved. As you see this long pass to Dan Antoniuk in the corner. Being guarded there. Back to Kites. In front, nice job by Mattingly there to shield the ball.
Yeah.
Back to Clark. Nice ball to Danny Burko.
Well, he can do something.
See if he can create some space. He does. Goes
4.
far side, takes the shot. Nice block there by Tacoma. I believe that was Ramos that got his foot on it, and back comes Tacoma the other way, but a good job by Cody Kostakis to gain control and go back to his keeper, Clark.
Cody let the hair go in the offseason. He's got a unique look right there.
Clark, midfield, Contreras, number 18 for the ambush. Left foot, San Luis, top of the key. He's going to go back. And now we get one of our first looks at Nathaniel Cast, wearing number 16. And that ball is up and over by Garcia, and we're going to get fresh troops. 6:52 left in the first quarter. So far, these teams feeling each other out. No score in the game. Again, Tacoma comes in with a 3-1 record, and the ambush 0-1. This is their first home game as we get our first timeout of the game.
Yeah, it's been a cool game, but mostly methodical because these teams are going at each other at that calculated pace. And if you're a fan of MASL soccer, you know, it's a high-scoring game. You go out there and they play the arena game, and by the end you're going to see 8, 9, 10 goals apiece. But at this rate, you're going to end up with a low-scoring one. And when Danny Waldman's in goal, I think that plays into the favor of the Tacoma Stars, a team that's not afraid to battle you down to the end and even extra time if need be.
And a couple of names that you're familiar with. Number 5, Corey Dowell. Got to see him on the stationary bike before the game, working himself back into shape.
So you got a
forward.
So you got a hamstring.
So hopefully we'll see him within the next week. Lucas Almeida, we mentioned. Dylan Hundelt on the team again. That makes me very happy. Good defenseman, wearing number 25. So a couple of guys, and we mentioned Ross McGregor, number 77, the good lad. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to him a little bit later. Victor France, number 15, back on the team as well, is also out tonight. So a good portion of the team from last year is sitting this one out with injuries, Fred Slow.
Well, and if you ask Coach Glavin, he's going to tell you right now that's next man up. And if you're not able to be out there, you know, be an injury or be Ross McGregor's case, I mean, he wears 77. They accidentally bought him a jersey that says 14. So he said, I'm not doing it. He said, I refuse. Which I
will sit till I get my number.
He's a good lad, a bit of a diva. But, no, that's a joke. I know he's nursing a bone bruise, which if you've experienced that, that's a bit of a thing. But, yeah, this St. Louis Ambush team has enough bodies and top-shelf athletes that they're going to be able to get out there and run a little bit.
And again, you can watch all ambush games this year on YouTube. Go to MASL TV and check it out. You can also check out MASL on Twitter, get the latest from around the league, and follow at MASL Arena on Twitter. Back to action we go with 6:52 left in the first. The restart for Tacoma. Danny Waldman. Impressive goalkeeper. One of the best, if not the best. That one's a little high, and it's going to go up and over. It'll be an ambush restart in their own end.
if you are listening to the broadcast and maybe we're not saying your favorite player's name correctly, maybe we said an assist went to a guy that didn't deserve it, reach out to us. Find us on Twitter. St. Louis Ambush are on Twitter. You can tweet them. Obviously, myself, I'm on Twitter at the number 2 Heavy, the number 2 Skydive. And Joe, you're on Twitter, but I can't remember your name.
It would be at Joey Douchebag.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. Sound it out, everybody. Danny Waltman back with the ball. Thank you, Fred. 6:28 left in the first. No score here. And again, these teams just trying to figure out each other. First time they've met this year. They've met many times in the past. Waldman goes long, likes to go deep into that left side. And that's going to be Megson. He loses it. Kojakov to Contreras. Kojakov, it's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Kojakov turns in front, and Contreras couldn't get to it. But that's the first really good scoring chance so far for the St. Louis Ambush. Here's Cox for Tacoma, and he's going to slow the pace down. And they're going to try and catch the Ambush on the change. There's a rocket into the corner. Watch out here, but Clark is there for the save. Clark, one of the new goalkeepers for the St. Louis Ambush, wearing number 1. He's going to play it right side. And now comes near side to Garcia. He slows it down with 5:22 left in the first quarter. Goes back to Clark and then back to Garcia. Garcia looking for somebody now. 2 men up top with the full field press for Tacoma. And here's Clark moving up to the yellow line. To Burko. Tries to chest this down. Good job. He is so quick.
Yeah, he's an exceptional talent. The kid can move, he can control the ball.
And he can shoot. Kentaro Takata. Good to see him back in an Ambush uniform. And a good job by the Ambush. Nice one-touch ball here in their own zone to keep Tacoma off balance. And here's Clark. Clark fakes it, now gets it to Schmerman. Good move.
He's got some space.
Schmerman to San Luis. Stefan San Luis. Talk about shots. You will have to change your gloves if you're a goalkeeper if you stop one of those. They come in fast and furious. Clark trying to get it to San Luis. Knocked out of the way. Takata there giving chase. Adamson is up there. And that's going to be a foul. It's a little picky there.
Carriel goes to the turf. I thought maybe he fell on his own.
Must be the platinum dew.
It's a strong haircut.
That is a, can we call that a platullet? It's a platinum mullet, if you will.
It's very Bowie-esque. Oh, watch
No. How are they going to call that? Kyrell trips over his own 2 feet, and he gets the foul call. I'd like to see that replay again because I think that was all him. Can you call a foul on the turf? Because if so, that was definitely the first foul on the turf.
There are bangs in this haircut.
Kites with the restart. Going to be a set piece here.
It's long in the front, long
for
in the
Tacoma.
back.
To Kyrell. Takes a shot, and Corey Clark is right there with the save.
Well, that's a classic ball don't lie situation, Joe.
Clark heaves this one. Kyrell steals it. And Clark, San Luis falls with 3. And here's that replay on the supposed foul, as you can see right there.
That part of the field is yellow.
It is. Again, they're going to happen. There was a foot there, but there was also a whole lot of green turf. And here, now it's Tacoma on the restart.
Is that Cody right there in front, taking it off the shoulder?
Cox with quite the shot there. It goes up and over. Yes, Kostakis knocks it away. Ooh, in dangerously. And a good job there by Mattingly to clear. That was in the box.
Got a chance to catch up with the captain, Chris Mattingly, before the game. Just talking about, if you remember, at the end of last season, just had a baby. So now
that's right.
His beautiful baby girl is that many months older. And he was telling me about his 35 years of experience in the world, and it seems like 20 of those years is playing pro soccer. And
there you go. Probably getting a little more sleep these days too, which is always welcome. Restart for the ambush. Contreras back to Garcia. Over to Takata. Takata being pushed there by two Tacoma defenders, one of them Megson. And now back to Corey Clark. Corey Clark so far, good positioning. High off the glass. This one goes in front, but Kojakov can't turn. And an easy save there by Danny Waltman.
It's kind of a weird carom there off the glass.
Always enjoy that word, carom. Dan Antoniuk presses on. Good defense there by Takata. Back in front, and the ambush do a great job to clear. And back they come. But good speed there by number 9. That's Derek Johnson for Tacoma. Takata takes back over. And the ambush doing a really good job in their own zone. Getting players to the ball and closing. Uh-oh. Here's a giveaway. Shot. Big save, Clark. Rebound, score. And that's a bad, bad giveaway. Just as I'm praising them for their defense, terrible giveaway in their own end.
Michael Ramos just takes it away from Ian Garrett, center field here, and we're going to see it on the replay when it's up. But Ian comes into the game, and
Corey Clark makes a good save, as you're going to see here.
All right, here's the replay.
There you see, he just couldn't control the ball, and Ramos was off to the races. Good job there, but unfortunately Clark gives up a big enough rebound, and Ramos just has to tap it in.
And that's a tough situation for Ian Garrett, because he needs to follow that one through and control that rebound, but he wasn't able to there, and
wasn't able to get back.
Tacoma's going to jump.
Whoa, there we go. It's a tie game. Cody Kostakis puts it away. 1-1, and that, Fred Slow, is how you come back from a 1-0 deficit.
That's taking the cork out of the bottle right there. This crowd wanted to explode, and they got the chance.
Watch this show. Wow.
It's moved into the corner here, and excellent slow motion by our camera crew here. It's moved into the corner, and
bang. Oh my, he just volleys that ball. Danny Waltman, no shot to get that one, and Cody Kostakis puts it away and ties this game at 1 with just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, that corner of the goal had a zip code to be number 2 for Cody Kostakis.
For the season, scored by number 2, Cody Kostakis.
Wow.
Schmerman plays out of bounds.
I mean, you talk about top shelf. That is upper level.
Now that's
where the cheap ticks are.
Oh, yeah. Well, and what, just real quick for the fan, Richard Schmerman plays it out of bounds without touching a wall or defender, so that's going to be a legal procedure, and that's why we're going to get the restart here.
Set piece by Tacoma. Good job there on the block by Danny Burko. And again, other than the goal, defensively the ambush have been on it so far. Good job, and a nice job by Kostakis to tie this game up. Just a few seconds later, and that's what you need. And nothing drives an opposing team, a road team, crazier than a quick give-up goal after you just scored.
Well, and that's what you have to do with the St. Louis Ambush. You got to answer that question, don't you? And Cody did that with good pressure early, and here we are with a minute left in the first quarter.
He answered. Not only did he answer it, he put a couple of exclamation points on the end of it. He hammered that ball. It's a brilliant shot, and just volleyed that right off the boards. Talk about the way you draw it up. Back comes Tacoma. Takara. Kentaro doing a good job there. Cox now goes all the way across. Corey Clark, an easy save, as that one was knocked into the box. And Clark, as we see, is very good with his footwork as well. Good job there to get it back to Clark. Here's Clark near the yellow line. Into the Tacoma zone. Oh, Stefan San Luis slipped. But that ball got by number 3, Corey Kites, and San Luis would have been in all alone. And we're going to get a foul here near the Tacoma bench, and it's going to be ambush restart. Boy, oh boy.
We've got about 6 seconds here left in the first. I mean, that's more than enough time indoor soccer to
for sure
to make something happen.
Especially from
Mitchell Garcia is going to be in the restart. We got oh, excuse me. Looks like Greg is just going to
Franz, and that should just about do it as this ball goes up and over. Now there's 0.7 of a second, and wisely here, the Ambush are going to call a timeout. They want to talk about this set piece. They do have time with just under a second left here. It's going to have to be quick.
All right, family,
Coach
everybody,
Glavin,
go. Here you go.
there's absolutely something drawn up for this. And Coach Glavin, Stephon St. Louis, the key.
Oh, San Luis to Mattingly, but it gets tipped in front. And at the end of one, the Ambush give up a goal, but they score just a few seconds later, and that's where we stand. We're tied at 1. You're listening to St. Louis Ambush Soccer on MASL TV and YouTube. You can also check out MASLsoccer.com, scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on MASLsoccer.com. We're going to step aside for a break, and we'll be back with the second quarter. Ambush 1, Tacoma Stars 1. It's St. Louis Ambush Soccer live from the Family Arena on MASL TV on YouTube.
respondtorescue.org. Thank you for your service to the ambush and our fans. Let's get on to the second quarter.
All right, about to get the second quarter underway. The ambush and the Tacoma Stars are tied at 1. Corey Adamson. Kickoff now for the ambush.
That's not how you
And
do
they're going
that,
to call
Corey.
it back. In order for you to move ahead, the ball has to go with it, but we'll do it again.
So obviously you're tuned in on the YouTube stream. That's MASL TV. A lot of improvements here at the Family Arena. We had a brand new production staff here on the broadcast. Jack Gamble and his guys he's producing. They're doing just an outstanding job. Brand new speakers here at the Family Arena.
No doubt in that. Ramos. Antoniuk. Careful as Adamson falls.
He's a big, strong boy.
Nice block there by the ambush. That's Kostakis, and back to Kites it goes. Yeah, those speakers are no need to check the warranty. Those babies are working. Antoniuk gets behind Adamson, turns, shoots. Oh, what a save by Clark. That's the first time he's really been tested tonight, was Dan Antoniuk with the left foot. And Corey Clark, Casey, sorry, there's a Corey Clark, I know. Casey Clark, as we'll see here on the replay, just makes an outstanding diving save with the left hand. Watch this maneuver by Antoniuk. Volleys it, whoop, brings it back, and Clark is right there.
Saw every part of that extension he needed to get that one. Here we are with the restart.
Dangerous set piece here, and they're going to talk it over. Tacoma is.
Oh, then must not know they were going to have set pieces this game.
And again, one of the, no disrespect to both goalkeepers last year, but one of the knocks on this ambush team is the consistency of the goalkeeping. And so far, Casey Clark is looking like he's ready to play. He's made a couple of really nice saves, and he gets the assist on the Cody Kostakis goal. So I like what I see so far here. And granted, we're only a little over a quarter in.
I'll tell you what, if you want to learn how to play the position of goalkeeper, doing it here in St. Louis is not your worst option.
This is true.
Underneath assistant coach Jamie Swanner, who
This is true.
is retired and up there in the rafters right now. But yeah, it's a good little place to learn the game. St. Louis Ambush are recognizing a veteran.
Well, and actually all he has to do is look at the other end of the field and look at old number 24, Danny Waltman, who's one heck of a keeper. We talk about that every time, but he just shows it not only on the score sheet, but every time he touches the ball.
Steve Maughan's going to have the restart at the top of the key for the Stars.
Ramos heels it, shot. Nice job there by Cody Kostakis, just giving the body up so far.
When he's healthy, he's one of the best in the game.
And it's another restart. Here's the corner. Goes back through Antoniuk, and I don't think that's what they wanted to do, but good job by the ambush.
Well, and this is what the Stars do so well, is that they get it back to Waltman, and he calms the storm. Oh, Adamson with the takeaway here.
Little jockeying on the boards there.
Those guys battle.
And that's number 28 there. That's Steve Moan. I like what I've seen from him. He's a bigger guy, but he can play.
Contreras takes it away.
Big drive, and that's a block there by
Is that Mitchell Garcia?
Gerson. Oh. That was Joey Gerson. And back come the ambush. Into the corner. Kentaro Takata for the ambush. Back to number 11, Richard Schmerman.
He's open.
And now they're going to have to reset. 13-15, I should say, left in the second quarter. It's the ambush and the Tacoma Stars tied at 1 here, the first home game of the season for the ambush. That ball too strong for Burko. Dangerously back into the box, and a good slide tackle there by Moan. Again, he moves really well for a bigger guy.
That's a good
Watch out here.
That's a good look.
Schmerman battling it out, and a good job
Takes
to
away
body
from
number
Maslewski.
14.
Yeah.
And here come the ambush. Contreras, Burko tries to nutmeg Moan, can't get it done.
Classic Burko.
But watch him again. Taken down, no call. I like that non-call, though, actually.
Let him play. Burko's in the middle of the field.
Kostakis, here he comes. It's a 3-on-2 if he hurts. Ooh. And a nice job there. Cox made the play, but Kostakis just put that ball a little bit behind. And we're going to get a foul here on a restart.
Looks like that's Ian Garrett who's really battling in the middle there. And Nathaniel Cass with, in my recollection, his first touch of the game.
I was on number 11, Jameel Cox, first foul of the half.
And again, that's one that if you call it, fine. But if not, I have no problem with letting them play there. It kind of looked like he slipped more than San Luis. Restart. Garcia bends it right off the top of the bar. But the Ambush keep possession. 11:58 left in the half.
I like a lot of Ambush fans are new to Mitchell Garcia, but I like what I've seen so far. He's
absolutely
strong with that left foot. He's a powerful guy. Everyone on the team's raving about him, so he's going to see a lot of minutes and get a lot of touches.
Ooh, might have been a handball there on San Luis. They play on.
Let's get the plays, Rocket family. Let me hear you.
Schmerman.
Let's make a little noise.
San Luis. Tacoma. 11 and a half here in the second quarter. Casey Clark to San Luis in the corner. San Luis settles it down. Mattingly over to Corey Adams.
Now it's shaking. Here we go.
Adamson being hounded there, keeps the ball. Who's got it? Tacoma. They finally clear it all the way down to Casey Clark, who threads it to the captain, Chris Mattingly. And Fred, so far, the Ambush very well organized. Yeah, it seems like they have a plan. And so far, they're doing it very well. Good one-touch ball in their own zone. And I think if they can get a little more polished in the Tacoma end, they can really put some more points on the board. Here's Danny Waltman.
You expect nothing less from a Tony Glavine coach team. Here's an opportunity.
And that's going to be number 14. That's McCluskey. He's going to come out.
No, they work the ball through McCluskey often, but he doesn't try to create on his own, which is a little bit of a killer to these Stars because right there's a little bit of a run, and then you're going to get down there, you're going to be gassed. Turnover here.
Good job by Schmerman. Heads that one out of play, so it's going to be another restart for the Tacoma Stars with 10:02 left in the half, and we're tied at 1. Be careful here. Tacoma, pretty dangerous on their set pieces. Peterson. Ramos. Good job there by the Ambush not to give him any opening. No space whatsoever. Let's see if they can clear it. Ramos with the shot. And that one gets deflected.
Schmerman was big in the middle there.
Good job by the Ambush. Defensively, they've really kind of stifled the Tacoma rush.
Well, it's a big team. It is the St. Louis Ambush is a big, strong soccer team. And when you're trying to play inside the box, there's just not enough room to operate.
There's Kyrell. Into the corner for Megson. Megson now has to go back to Moan. Moan, a big shot. That's well wide. Kyrell can't get it. Takata goes back, and a nice job by the Ambush to take over possession. Stolen there at midfield. Good job by Contreras. I'm sorry, check that. That's number 8. That's Kojakov. But he knocks it up and over the boards. Contreras, number 18. That's number 8. Vadim Kojakov, new to the Ambush this year. Be careful here. Bad giveaway. Off the boards. Megson scores. And there we go. Both goals that they've given up tonight have been giveaways. So they have to be very, very careful to not give this Tacoma team any extra chances. We'll see it here on the replay in just a moment. But
so it was Ramos was streaking down the side, and then it's a wall scorer here as he's going to play it off the dasher, and we're going to see it on the replay.
And you'll be able to see it here, another giveaway.
So it's actually a miscue here from the Ambush. You see, we didn't have a defender drop. I think that's Takata, and excuse me, it wasn't Ramos. It was Mark Lee, but it's a wall score nonetheless.
To Megson, and all Megson had to do was just guide it into the open net. Nothing Casey Clark can do there. But again, the ambush still in this game. Down 2-1, 8:50 left in the half. And again, that ball deflected, and there's not a whole lot you can do to catch up and defend on a ball like that. But good job, as you mentioned, by Mark Lee. He made the most of it. Went off the boards to Megson, and Megson guided it through. Here they come again. Be careful here. Clark's going to come out.
Oh,
misses the ball.
Might have been a handball. No call.
And the ambush kind of hemmed in their own end, but they do a good job to finally clear it.
Yeah, well, Cox was there in the middle, and he had an opportunity, but he just couldn't settle it, and then it's cleared. It's cleared quick enough that the ambush are able to recover.
Here's Hansen for Tacoma. Tacoma now, since that goal, with a little head of steam. Deep ball, and
no call there.
Not exactly sure how you don't call that. But it looked like Garrett. That was pass interference in the NFL. I don't know. He didn't have the ball, but he got hammered. But here's Casey Clark to Garcia. Garcia gets pushed out of the way. Clark. St. Louis. And
here's a replay on the no
going to see the replay here, see if he was. Yeah, and he got his hand up, and there was contact there. The refs are going to call it incidental. We'll agree to disagree.
Hey, it's tough for me. A lot of viewers are going to call that a 50-50 ball, but I mean, there was intent there from Clark. If it's a no call, it's a no call, but I'd like to see the whole game officiated, the same way throughout. And
sure.
And so far, I feel like it has been.
Yeah, they're letting him play.
Yeah. You have to adjust the officials. I mean, you have to get out there and you have to play the game they're going to allow you to play.
And Taro Takata now trying to make something happen. Tacoma does a good job with that full field press. They just send two guys. And that could have been a handball there on Contreras. No call. Takata goes back. Now Tacoma doing a good job in their own end to keep the ambush away from scoring opportunities. Here's Cast for the ambush. And the ambush here, not a whole lot of space out there.
No.
Tacoma doing a really good job to push those two guys up, and out go the lights.
Well, and I'll tell you what happened with the lights there, Joe, is I had almost gone 6 full months without hearing Uptown Funk. And then house DJ Prue, who's the best in the business. He was the DJ for the St. Louis Rams when they were here. Some say the reason they're no longer here.
Don't hold that against him.
No, he's
actually
not a bad guy.
If you want to pat him on the back for getting rid of him, that's fine by me.
But yeah, the lights are off. The cell phones come out.
And a little problem here so far. It's going to take a few minutes for these things to warm up. It's not like you can flip a switch.
Halogen. It's halogen lights.
Turn them back on.
I would say maybe if the stereo wasn't bumping so, they would have the power they need for the lights.
I'd say this would be as good a time as any for us to take a little short break here.
Yeah, we should do that. We're gonna literally let the lights come back on. St. Louis Ambush Soccer on MASL TV. This broadcast brought to you by Midwest Members Credit Union. Midwest Members Credit Union is a proud supporter of local businesses.
Be ready for anything.
And people in the community. And we've just heard from our producer, Jack Gamble.
Going to be about 20 minutes before the lights come. I told you, they're like me, being an old guy. It takes me a while to warm up. I remember when I was a youngster, I could just pop out of bed and be ready for the day. Now I use every bit of that 35-minute drive of mine to wake up, as they say.
If you are following me on Twitter at Too Heavy to Skydive, I am panoramicing right now all of these St. Louis Ambush fans with their cell phone lights out. It's going to be it's going to be a minute. The Chicago Mustangs come to town next Saturday night. That's here at the Family Arena. Get your Black Friday shopping done. Or is that Friday?
That's going to be Saturday.
It is Saturday. So
yes, sir.
Get your Black Friday shopping done go home, recover, come out the next night, bring the family.
And some of the new gifts, if you will. If you'd like to buy something for the broadcasters, like, maybe more of a personality for me.
I tell you, I have an Amazon wish list if you are so inclined.
They make those?
Yeah, I don't Cyber Monday. I cyber, but I don't Cyber Monday.
You don't Cyber Monday.
Yeah, but I'm going.
Well, you mentioned next week. It's going to be against that team from Chicago. Oh. And they're always tough. Again, 7:05 is going to be the start time of that one at the Family Arena. And it's one of those home-and-home jobs because they play Saturday night here in St. Louis and then Sunday afternoon. That's rough. Against Chicago at 3:05. Who set that schedule up? That's a tough one.
This happens in the Ambush every year. They get a later start than some of the other teams in the league, and then they just smash those weekends together. So once it gets going, it just the train does not stop. The momentum is there.
And for those of you that would like to see that game or any of the remaining games here at the Family Arena, stlouisambush.com, or you can just come down to the Family Arena and purchase your tickets. And you want to talk about not only affordable night, but a more than affordable, really, really good time for you and the family. It's right here. And we know St. Louis is a soccer town, so come on out and support your indoor team. Well, and look, there's a roof to fend off the weather and the wind. That's a nice thing. Get a little chilly here in St. Louis.
The St. Louis Ambush, if you're not an ownership change over the summer, it was Andrew Haynes. Andrew Haynes was the owner of the St. Louis Ambush. He gone. So he's in Florida now. He has the Florida Tropics.
And he's got our buddy Freddie Mugin with him.
He's taken some of the guys have gone with him.
Anthony Arrico's another guy you might remember from last year.
He gone.
Florida as well.
Yeah, we had a goalkeeper. We had some guys go, and that's all right because now the St. Louis Ambush is 100%. Take this, Rams fans. The St. Louis Ambush is 100% locally owned now. Shelley Clark,
fantastic.
Beth Perez, head coach Tony Glavin. I think Shelley's husband Will. This team is now owned by St. Louis. So it's a time to come out and support your team here in the community, and they're going to support the community themselves.
And by the way, Shelley's husband has one of the better names if your last name is going to be Clark in St. Louis. Will Clark.
Yeah.
Huge. Number 22 for the St. Louis Cardinals, who only played a season, but he was quite the fiery, crafty veteran.
Yeah, and not the most famous Will Clark of all time. You may remember there was a voyage to map the Louisiana Purchase.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, one Meriwether Lewis and one William Clark. That's Pocahontas stuff, I think. No, Sacagawea.
Sacagawea, correct. Very nicely done. And again, waiting for the lights to come on back here as we have a 2-1 score.
You want to take a break, Joe?
I think we'll take a break. Yeah. Let's go over the scoring real quick. Tacoma gets on the board first, but just a few seconds later, it's Cody Kostakis to get this raucous St. Louis Ambush crowd back into it. A deflection, and nothing that new goalkeeper Casey Clark can do on that second goal, and that's where we stand. 6.5 minutes left in the half, and as we wait for the lights here, we're going to take a quick break and be right back. Don't forget, you can watch all of the Ambush action, home and away. MASL TV on YouTube.
Yeah, MASLsoccer.com, score, stats, news, and more.
There you go. That's Fred Slow. I'm Joe De Niro. We'll be back with you in just a moment. It's St. Louis Ambush Soccer on MASL TV on YouTube. right, welcome back. High atop the Family Arena. Little 20-minute lights out delay alongside Fred Slow. My name is Joe De Niro, and again, you can watch all St. Louis Ambush home and away games on YouTube. Just go to MASL TV. You can also check out MASL on Facebook at facebook.com/MASL Soccer. Back to action we go. That was quick. Here's Tacoma trying to get out of their own end. And you can tell the lights, Fred Slow, they're not completely on yet, but enough that these players can actually see.
A little bit of confusion there on the.
Here's Gershon. In front, Dan Antoniuk, the former Ambush player. To Kites. Tacoma with a 2-1 lead, just under 6 minutes left in the half. And the momentum before the lights went out went to Tacoma. Let's see if the Ambush can get some of that back. Gojikov in the corner, working on two defenders. Gets the ball stolen there. Dan Antoniuk draws two Ambush defenders. Who wants it? Finally goes all the way back to one of the new goalkeepers this year for the Ambush, and that's Casey Clark. Has played very well so far. Both goals he had no chance on. Cody Kostakis, the goal scorer. To Daniel Burko. Burko stops, and a good play there defensively by Antoniuk as he laughs all the way back to the Tacoma bench. Not known for his defensive skills. 5 minutes left in the half. Contreras can't control there. This ball is kicked up and into the crowd it goes. As Richard Schmerman trying to send that one into the Tacoma end. It's going to be a restart in the Ambush end at the top of the circle. So the lights slowly making their way back to 100%. And it's a dangerous restart for Tacoma. Ramos, good block there by Takata. That's what I said, Brian Roth. Kindred spirits, we're both on the same page.
Yeah, you're both something.
Got that right. Careful here, big drive. Oh, and I believe Chris Mattingly stopped that one. He was right on the doorstep. Here's Schmerman. And they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, he's going to get interference there.
And they're going to call it on Schmerman. Both players doing their grabbing. They caught Schmerman last, so he's going to get rung up. And here's Tacoma. Careful here. That's number 14, McCluskey. Goes back to Lee. Top of the circle now. Good job there by the Ambush. Takara doing a really good job defensively. Burko turning Lee inside out. Oh, he just put that one behind Contreras, and they're going to bring Contreras up. He trips Carrell, and he didn't stop the ball before the restart, so they're going to make him do it over. Good call there by the refs this evening. And again, they've done a pretty good job of keeping both teams in check. I don't have any major problems with any of the calls tonight, and that's the way you want it.
Well, and it looks like both teams are back, and the pace of plays, but the little power nap got everyone going. It looks like Richard Schmerman literally takes a Stars player out of his shoes.
It's Megson. He's holding the shoe, but he's still playing. Kostakis to Garrett. He's got San Luis. Oh, good defense there by Kyrell. Again, it's that platinum mullet. You cannot stop it. You can only hope to contain it.
I would say it's awful.
I would agree. 3:30 left in the half. Casey Clark to San Luis trying to chest that one in front. He does keep possession, though.
There's no doubt that Stefan San Luis is the best athlete on the field when he's on the field.
Amazing player. Boy, he's done enough against the Ambush over the years, that's for sure. Can you imagine him on a line with O'Dane Sinclair?
Yeah, I saw it. For
there would be injuries for the other team. Antoniuk loses the ball to the Ambush. Here's Kentaro Takata trying to move it up quickly. Near side to Garrett. Number 17 for the ambush, that's Ian Garrett out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Another new face, Casey Clark, who's played very well so far. San Luis, Kostakis.
There you go.
In front, Kostakis, oh, he just missed the wide open net. I thought he was going to get number 2 on the night, and he just scuffed the foot and went wide. There's a dangerous pass back to Danny Waldman. Keep doing that. And this ball's going to go up and over. It's going to be ambush ball. And wow, Cody Kostakis just missed tying this game.
Sick to his stomach. And, you know, this is a bit of a homecoming for Cody. He's from Washington. You know, he's from Puyallup. But he's a guy who just had too much time there, and where we overthink it, those kind of thing that happens. But he's gonna make that one 8, 9 out of 10 times. And
that ball couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 inches wide. Man, oh man, here he is again. Looks like he's already shaken it. He's attempted slide tackle there twice by Adamson, and back comes Tacoma. Watch out here in front. Oh boy, what a save there by Casey Clark. And he's made 2 huge saves point blank tonight.
Yeah, C-squared is all over that box as he's able to get in front of any shot taken by these Tacoma Stars. I'm not afraid to have him behind me if I'm the captain, Chris Mattingly, right now.
Absolutely not. 1:43 left in the half. Corey Adamson goes off. And there's Kites. Ramos, dangerous player in front. Nice job by Mattingly to knock it away. And 1.5 minutes left in the half. Here's Johnson for Tacoma. Nice move. Patience to the outside, and another great clear by the ambush. That ball was just hanging in the box.
Yeah, Contreras was where he needed to be at that point, and that's what you got to do on the defensive end. You got to crowd that box.
Megson can't get it by Mattingly, who's done a very good job so far.
No one in the whole world can get it by Chris Mattingly.
King of the blocks, too. 1 minute left in the half. Here come the ambush. Kostakis, good job to get it away from 2 Tacoma Star defenders. Back to Casey Clark they go. And Stefan San Luis on. 45 on with Takara, Kranz, and Garrett. San Luis and Schmerman go off. And the ambush playing for the last shot here. 30 seconds left in the half. 2-1 Tacoma Stars, but the ambush have had a couple of good chances so far. And again, just trying to find an opening.
Yeah, holding for the last opportunity.
Tacoma does a really good job to press you in your own end. In front, Waldman the save, and a nice job there.
Waldman
as Kozenkov trying to squeak one by. That should about do it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and at halftime, your St. Louis Ambush trailed the Tacoma Stars by a score of 2-1. We did see some good things. We'll be back right after this to recap the first half and get you set for the third quarter and half number 2 alongside Fred Slow. My name is Joe De Niro, and you are watching and listening to St. Louis Ambush Soccer on YouTube at MASL TV. We're back after this to talk about the second half. Welcome back to the St. Charles Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri, where the St. Louis Ambush are down by 2-1, as we get set to start the second half of play. Alongside Fred Slow, my name is Joe DeNiro. And again, you can watch and listen to every Ambush soccer game, home and away, on YouTube. If you just go to MASL TV and pull up the Ambush stream, it's just that easy. Also, if you want scores, stats, news, and more, it's exclusively on MASLsoccer.com. And Fred Slow, not a bad first half for the St. Louis Ambush. I was impressed with a couple of different things. One, his new goalkeeper, Casey Clark, made a couple of huge saves. And again, like we mentioned during the broadcast, in the second quarter, the 2 goals that got by him, he really had no chance at whatsoever. But he's been playing very good. Cody Kostakis with a beautiful goal, and Casey Clark with the assist on that. So I'd say right now goalkeeping is a strength for the St. Louis Ambush.
Casey Clark, he's a keeper.
Very nicely done. Now see, if the good lad Ross McGregor was here, he could say it even better than that. And he might join us in a little while, so that'll be good.
And we had spoke earlier. I think he's going to try to make his way up to the broadcast, but I want to make sure everyone is fully aware. St. Louis Ambush Soccer is brought to you by Midwest Members Credit Union. And my microphone is losing its life.
There you go. Michael Ramos put the Tacoma Stars on the board first. It was a giveaway in the Ambush end by Ian Garrett. Just couldn't get it, and Ramos made the best of it. Took a shot. Casey Clark made the first save, but couldn't control the rebound, and it was 1-0. But just a few seconds later, Clark more than made up for it. Not that it was his fault anyway. Sends a ball deep into the Tacoma Stars zone. Takes a perfect bounce off the boards, and Cody Kostakis just hammers the ball into the upper part of the net, and it was 1-1 at that point. Later in the second is when Alex Megson, off a very nice assist off the wall, had an easy goal. Yeah, Lee made it a beautiful pass to him off the boards, and again, Casey Clark had no shot, and that's where we stand right now, 2-1. Moving forward, I think the St. Louis Ambush just need to stick with the program and do what they've been doing. The only thing that they need more of is some more scoring opportunities, and I think that with the players that they have right now, Stefan St. Louis being a very, very good one, is they're going to just need to create more space in the Tacoma zone, and you've got to get a guy like Waltman, Danny Waltman, one of the best in the business, as you say, moving laterally. You can't shoot it when he's got the angle on it.
Well, no, you want him to go post to post.
Exactly.
And that's how you're going to get around him if you can get around him. But it's one of those situations where if you score a goal and Danny Woolman keep the ball, because there's going to be few and far between on those. But
for sure.
Yeah, this right now, this 2-1 lead for Tacoma is not astronomical. We're talking about a goal. We're talking about a few seconds here in indoor soccer. But I would be surprised if the momentum changed in such a way where this one became a high-scoring affair. I just don't think it's going to happen. We're going to see this one come down to the very end, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're in the 3, 4, 5 goal range, because that's the kind of soccer that we played the first half.
Jertson gets it started off for Tacoma, and back to the aforementioned Danny Waltman, who is no stranger to moving the ball with his feet. Casey Clark doing that very well for the Ambush as well, and they need more of that. They didn't get a whole heck of a lot of it last year. And we're just underway here in the third quarter. Ambush down by a goal, 2-1 to the Tacoma Stars, and I agree with going back to what you said just a second ago. It's very methodical with these teams. They kind of wait you out, wait for the holes to open up, try and create space. And that's when they're most successful. It has definitely been a possession game. And with it right now is Tacoma. Danny Waltman in his goal box to Johnson. And they'll play catch a couple of times until they get an opening, and there's one. McCluskey. Nice ball, but Casey Clark comes out, but they're going to ring up. Kranz is going to get called for the foul there at midfield. And again, the referees have done a really, really good job to keep this game under control. And they're kind of letting the, as you said earlier, the players play. 13:40 left in the third quarter. Ambush trailing by 1. Richard Schmerman with the steal. Nice job. Threads it for Kostakis. Kostakis shoots. A great angle there. And again, Waltman. Wow. Cuts down the angle.
Yeah, Danny Walton.
And yeah, Stefan San Luis going to get rung up there. But he did a nice job to come out. I was looking for Kostakis to maybe fake the shot and drop that one low, but he let it rip. Waltman with a sliding save there, and Tacoma did a nice job to control the rebound. And with 13:13 left, and Stefan San Luis called for the foul. Peterson with the restart. Into the corner. Megson trying to make something happen. Clark comes out. Ooh. And Derek Johnson was right there on the doorstep behind him, but Clark picked his pocket. Here's Garrett.
There you go.
Right side. Ooh, that could have been a handball. That looked like that was outside of the box, and they don't call it. Wow.
To my understanding, his body has to be entrapped in the box.
Yeah, but it looked like the ball was outside of it.
Right.
And that was really, really close. And with 12:34 left,
Allen takes it out
Tacoma
of play.
gets the restart. Here's Lee. Yeah, that was really close. But the referee was all the way on this side of the field, and Waldman had his back to the play.
Oh, okay.
Ambush foul number 6, Chris Mattingly.
Mattingly gets called for the foul here as he trips up Megson. And be careful here. Tacoma pretty good at these set pieces. They haven't been so far tonight. The Ambush have done a really good job of filling that space. Megson. Good block there. Can't get it all the way out. Into the box it goes, and that one almost gets by Clark, and he makes a really nice save.
Yeah, you gotta clear that ball though.
Yeah, the Ambush hemmed in their own end here. Clark picks it up, and now the Ambush in their own end control. Chris Mattingly to Clark. Clark telling the troops to move. And here comes Casey Clark. Behind Mattingly there, but he does a good job to keep it in front of him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know about Jensen there.
6, Chris Mattingly's second foul of the half.
That could have gone either way. And back to play we go. Danny Waldman with the ball. 11:30 left in the third quarter. Ambush still chasing one. Oh. And Antoniuk, an errant hand to the face, was not an intentional foul. He was moving the hands, and he caught Mattingly.
Might have got him in the eye.
Yeah, that'll sting for a second.
Well,
and Antoniuk letting him know that, hey, man, sorry.
And Chris, hey, it's all right. Dan and Chris go back. Obviously, they
for sure. Yeah, and that's just one of those where Antoniuk has got the hands flailing and caught Mattingly.
Oh, you're going to get a closer look here. You're just going to see Mattingly and Antonia come up on the ball, and oops.
He's just moving back and trying to feel his way to see where Mattingly was, and unfortunately he found his face.
Well, Mattingly didn't see that one coming. He'll be all right. It looks like he's getting a little bit of attention from trainer Lloyd Cutson, but he's going to figure it out.
Good head ball to keep it out. Back to Casey Clark, who quickly gets back to Kranz. And again, I really like what I'm seeing from our goalkeeper, Casey Clark.
It can play.
Very sure of himself, really good positioning, knows where he wants to go, and a confident player as he sends this one deep. That one is headed up and out of play, and it will be a restart. Should be at the top of the circle for the Ambush.
Casey Clark, or C squared as I've been calling him all season. Young cat.
Double C, sure.
He's 23 or so. He's just a baby out there. Not afraid to get in the mix.
And that's not going to get you a whole lot. Not crazy about that play there by Garcia. He gets it on goal, but you got to challenge Danny Waltman. You're not going to beat him many times that far away.
Yep.
The ball that's not going very fast. Into the box it goes, and Casey Clark makes an easy time of it. 10:15 left here in the third quarter. And Clark sends this one up and over. Tacoma yelling that it should be a 2-minute penalty. The refs are having none of it.
What do they know?
And very odd to see these teams go at it, and there hasn't been any blue cards yet. No 2-minute penalties. Of course, now that I open my mouth.
That's called jinxing.
Here's a dangerous restart for Tacoma. Big drive and a block there. Nice job by the ambush again, not giving any space. I believe that was Contreras. And watch out here. Moan, shot off the boards. Ambush trying to clear. And we get a foul on Tacoma. Lucky break there for the ambush. And Moan picked that one up. Here's Takata. Clark trying to tell the ambush to move down the field. Here's Cast, one of the new players on the ambush, number 16. That's Nathaniel out of Fairmont, West Virginia. This one goes deep. Can't get it to Kostakis. Carell. Back to Danny Waltman. Stefan San Luis there. Good job by the ambush. Trying to hem Tacoma into their own zone. Carell gets it out to Megson. Megson makes a move. Threads this one to Peterson. Peterson off the boards in front. Turning, shooting wide. This one goes off the crossbar. And finally, Casey Clark gets a hold of the ball. Very lucky there.
Grabs his own rebound.
Wow. And good positioning by the ambush. As that ball had several chances to go in, Tacoma couldn't find an angle on it. 8:47 left in the third. Here's Kites back to his keeper. And he and Waldman will play a little catch. And up comes Danny. He's been known to cross midfield at times.
Troy Peterson and Ian Garrett jawing a little bit midfield. Peterson comes on, Hansen comes on.
Takara with the steal. Shooting, big save by Waltman in front and off the back line. That ball is cleared by Jamal Cox. But back come the ambush. Shooting and what a save by Danny Waltman. Wow.
He's unreal.
Gets the fingertip there, and again, the positioning, and Waltman, you've got to get him moving side to side. If he's anywhere near it, he's got a chance.
It's to a point now where I would have to be convinced by a professional in the medical field that he is actually human.
Man, oh man. Ambush still in the zone. And now Hansen will kick it back to Waldman, who made two big saves there to keep the ambush off the scoreboard. 7:28 left in the third. Ambush with a couple of decent chances here. Tacoma slowing the pace down now, trying to find some extra space. Waldman up to McCluskey. And at midfield, there's Ramos, who's always dangerous. Danny Burko on now. Kostakis is going to go off. Takata comes on for him. Garcia in the corner against McCluskey. Nice job, Kentaro Takata. Man, has he been good defensively tonight. Just picked the pocket, but Tacoma still with the ball. Ramos, watch him, churn, shoots. Rebound in front, they score. And you cannot leave anybody with that much space open like that. And Gertzen, that's Joey Gertzen, gets the goal.
Yeah, he was able just to get right past Adamson there, and there's too much out in front. You're going to see it here on the replay.
And there's Ramos, as I said, very dangerous. Rolls it past Garcia. Garcia tips it, but then Gertzen Nice play past a sliding Chris Mattingly. And again, did you see where Casey Clark was moving? He was moving laterally, and Jertson just put it back to the opposite side and made that one look easy.
And you can see Clark there taking some advice from Jamie Swanner, who's seen us shot or two in his career. But yeah, it's like you said, Joe. You got two high caliber that both are able to shut you down when need be. But it's outstanding effort from both parties. But the Tacoma Stars right now just kind of coming out ahead a little bit, 3-1 here with 6:43 left in the third.
And so the Ambush have their work cut out for them now. Now down by 2. I think it's going to be imperative for them to get that next goal. Not to say that if Tacoma goes up 4-1, they can't come back. It's going to be a tough road, though.
Yeah.
So hopefully the Ambush can score another quick one like they did after the first Tacoma goal.
Well, and that's exactly what Coach Swanner's saying right now. So obviously Tacoma gets the goal, and it's kind of a, it's a momentum change goal or whatever at this point, because both these teams are pretty evenly matched up right now. Coach Glavin calls the timeout, and he's going to have his troops over, and he's going to rally them in a way, where, hey, we don't necessarily have to strike immediately, but we have to work quickly to get the ball and at least keep it in the offensive third. We got 200 feet to play soccer here. Why don't we just play it in the upper 33? And if you get up there and keep applying that pressure or whatever, then this Tacoma Stars can go heels. And if you can make them go heels, playing 2 games in a row. So this is, with overtime, this is their 7th quarter in 2 days. I mean, you cannot run forever. And I know I joke about Superman Danny Walton, but if you can put that pressure on and constantly apply it, I mean, eventually it's going to crack. And that's what this Ambush team needs to do, is just put a little bit of that pressure on. Here's Stephon St. Louis starting the ball.
So the Ambush a little further in a hole here, down by 2 with 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And again, you can't spot this Tacoma team too many goals, because it's hard enough scoring on Danny Waltman. Gonna have to create some traffic in front. Here's Stephon St. Louis. Loses this one to Kites, gets it back, but back comes Tacoma. And that's Jameel Cox. Cox to Megson. Megson has to slow it down. Stolen there, and back to Danny Waltman it goes. Just under 6 minutes left. Ambush now down by 2. Got to be very careful here as Megson, right side off the boards, in front. And that one is finally cleared. Can it stay in? It does. In front, a nice job by the Ambush to clear. Wholesale change now for the Ambush with 5:30 left. Here's Lee, slowing it down. Burko, Contreras, Kostakis, Mattingly, and Schmerman on for the Ambush. This one just gets by Contreras. He gives chase. Lee retains possession. A nice job there. He takes a shot, and Casey Clark makes an easy save.
And it's good pressure by Danny Burko. He's not stopping the shot, but what he's doing is he's altering it. And that's going to put Clark in a better position. Kind of Schmerman gets one away from him there.
Ooh. Kentaro Takata giving chase. Waltman wants a timeout.
He must have took a little shot there.
Yeah, and little being the key. I think he's just trying to.
Yeah, it looks like maybe him and Takata came together and
trying to catch his breath there. It looked harmless, and Takata just going a little too hard. If that ball was going a little slower, Takata had a chance.
Well, and I tell you what, Joe, I've had a hangnail before. Like, I get it. Like, I mean, that thing can hurt.
Pain don't hurt. Here's Hansen back to Waldman, who made a miraculous recovery from that collision.
You ever pulled on a cuticle? It's brutal.
Antoniuk, he's got Hansen near side. Hansen shoots! And a big save by Casey Clark. And again, positioning is 95% of goalkeeping, and Casey Clark's has been, for the most part, very good tonight. Absolutely. And what do we got here? We've got a whistle.
I didn't see the call.
Ambush foul 18, Carlos Contreras.
Okay.
Foul.
So all the way across the field there, apparently. We'll take his word for it. 4:08 left. Waldman sneaking up into the corner he goes. Casey Clark right there, loses it in front. Head ball, a big save. Rebound, another block by the Ambush. A nice defensive play there. Cody Kostakis helping his goalkeeper out.
In the words of our president, that's huge.
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 Watch out here. Big drive, and that one just goes wide. Rebound. It's blocked, and the ball goes in, but we had a whistle before the play. And that's going to be, luckily, on McCluskey.
Well, I mean, because he's a cheater.
Tacoma Stars foul number 14, Vince.
3:41 left here in the third, and the Ambush almost going down by 3 goals.
That's what happens when you cheat. Get caught.
And here's Garcia far side. Back to his keeper, Clark. Playing catch. Looking for some space down the field. Clark's going to bring it up on his own. 3:25 left in the third quarter. All the way into the corner. Ambush retain possession. Trying to make something happen here, and they need it. Schmerman now. Wearing number 11. Into the corner he goes. Settling it down is Kojikov. And here's Richard again. Schmerman to Cast. Cast to Takara. Waltman's going to come out. And he gets away with it. That ball's going to go off of Kentaro Takata, and it's going to be a restart for Tacoma in their own zone with 2:48 left here in the third quarter.
That's the pressure we were talking about from the Ambush, but no real opportunities or shots on goal. And it's one thing to get the ball down there. I mean, that's half the battle, but you got to do something.
That's a good move. Jertson made Adamson miss, and he still has possession. Over to Ramos. Very dangerous. Takata with another steal, and they're going to call him. And still shoots the ball.
I don't know. I don't love that. Whistle stops play.
Not exactly sure why that wasn't a 2-minute penalty, but the referee is trying to explain himself to Kentaro Takata. That's a no-no in any sport. Stefan St. Louis. Love to see him break out and score a couple of quick ones here with 2:10 left in the third. Near side. Makes a move. And Garcia has it now. Stefan St. Louis breaks away. Off the boards. Oh, misses the shot there. Kostakis in front. Rebound, and Corey Adamson.
I feel like this should be ambush ball.
It might be a corner kick. At least it should be. And Adamson not arguing too heavy, but it did look like it went off of number 15, Mark Lee. They're saying no. It's going to be a goal kick. Restart for Danny Waltman. 1:52 left in the third. Stars have opened up a 3-1 lead. Watch Dan Antoniuk. Very dangerous player. Harrison in front, they score. Nice tic-tac-toe play there, and Derek Johnson gets a goal tonight. And with 1:49 left, the Tacoma Stars have taken a 3-goal lead over the St. Louis Ambush.
3 unanswered here in the second half, and we got the replay for you.
Here's Antoniuk, a good job as he spins around. And a nice pass there. Perfect shot. And again, nothing Casey Clark can do on that one. That you couldn't have rolled that ball any better into the far corner. So the Ambush chasing 3 here with 1:37 left in the third. Plenty of game left. they've got to pick up the pace. Burko. There's Antoniuk. And here comes Tacoma. Nice job there by Schmerman to get in the way. Richard to Kostakis to Schmerman.
Oh,
if they hurry, they've got a break. Nice play there.
Oh, what is that?
That is Kostakis in front, just shoots it wide. Mattingly has some miscommunication there. Burko waited a little too long for that shot, and they're going to call this Tacoma ball. Okay. It's 56 seconds left in the third.
It's a swarming Tacoma defense. You got some heavy hitters out there. Contreras is out, he's not afraid to shoot. Danny Burko was down there in the middle. He had an opportunity, but they're swarming. They're swarming.
48 seconds left. Tacoma is going to be more than satisfied just wasting the rest of this quarter out. And unless something can happen here, the ambush, Waltman and Steve Moan are just going to play catch. 30 seconds left now. Playing keep away.
Yeah, and that's a situation where with 20 seconds here, you want to maybe force something to get a cheap one. And that might
nice
be
play there by Garcia, and here we go. Kojakov shoots that one wide. Garrett there, shooting. Kojakov in front, and a nice play by Waltman. And that'll about do it here for the third quarter. Well, there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is the ambush are down by 3 at the end of 3 quarters. The good news is we're going to talk it over with the good lad.
Ross McGregor will be joining us on the broadcast for fourth quarter. We're going to step away for just a few minutes. You're listening to St. Louis Ambush Soccer on MASL TV. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Family Arena. Ambush give up 2 goals in that third quarter, and they're now down 4-1. They got a lot of work ahead of them here in the fourth quarter, alongside Fred Slow and the good lad, number 77. Unfortunately not in there to help us out tonight. Ross McGregor joined us on the broadcast. How are you, Ross?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
I remember having a conversation with you guys a few months ago saying, I really hope I'm not stood up here with you guys talking again.
And what happened?
Here we are.
So, in your estimation, how far away are you from playing?
I'm very close.
Good.
I was almost ready for today. Just need to get my fitness up a little bit. Finally coming back off the injury.
Good news for all of us.
Yeah. The goal is for the 2 games next week. So we'll work on training this week and see how the leg responds. And
excellent.
Fingers crossed.
And obviously being down 4-1 is not where you'd like to be sitting. We have seen some good things. We've seen some bad things so far. A lot of this roster is injured. I mean,
a lot of guys who have played before too.
Yep.
Yeah, myself,
Almeida,
Lucas,
that really hurts.
Victor, Corey Dowell. But we got a good young squad, and there's a lot of game left. You know, these guys, they went to overtime last night in Dallas, and you know, we like to think that fatigue might show here in the next 15 minutes. So
let's hope.
Fingers crossed.
Back underway we are. Here's Richard Schmerman with a head of steam. Lets it go! Oh, what a shot! Just missed the far post. Stefan St. Louis there, and we need more of that.
Yeah.
For sure. Sitting back and waiting for the opportunity is passed.
Yeah, we had a feeling they were going to sit in a little bit with them, playing last night. They're not as fresh, and we haven't really taken it to them as much as I would have liked. We've kind of played their pace, and that's, we wanted to come out quick and tire them out even more. So hopefully we do that now and it works.
Oh, what a save by Danny Waltman.
He's made out of magnets. Danny Waltman is made out of soccer ball magnets. And when a ball is kicked near him, through what I'm going to call science and magic, he stops every single one.
Yeah, he's top draw. He really is. He's hard to play against.
You got to get him uncomfortable, moving.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to do that yet tonight. Here's Ramos.
Ross, I need your opinion on headbands. Are they the worst, and why?
Hey, if they pay you enough money, Fred, I know there's a few guys that wear them because they get sponsors, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not about that, but there we go.
You can't mess up
maybe
that cloth.
Maybe I'll rock one next week, just for you, Fred, with your name on it.
You know you're my favorite player.
I heard you on your cover photo on Twitter. Is that right?
Yes, that is right.
Man, what an honor.
It's actually not a joke.
Ross McGregor, the good lad, kind enough to join us here for this 4th quarter. And again, as we've always said, we'd rather see you down there, but we enjoy it when you're up here with us.
I do appreciate that. At least I know I have somewhere to go when I'm not playing. Somebody wants me.
Congratulations on becoming. Are you a citizen now?
No. I got my email last week, guys. I've packed my bags.
There you go.
No, I'm good, guys. I think.
12:50 to go here. Again, Ambush chasing 3. And nice job by Burko. Garrett into the corner. Loses that ball, and out comes Waltman. And now Tacoma takes over possession. Megson to the platinum one. Carell. And back to Waltman it goes. You're going to see a lot of that, especially up by 3.
Yeah, and they're comfortable with it. He's great on the ball, so we're going to have to start pressing here a little bit and forcing the issue.
Talk to me a little bit about Ian Garrett, Ross.
Yeah, really nice kid. Came in last year, obviously very young.
Been on the squad.
Actually, I think he played in Sweden this summer. Spoke to him a little bit about that, and he said he had a blast. So he's a good player. He's fast. He's lightning quick. I mean, I hate playing against him because as you all know, I'm slow. So
yeah, you do not move well.
Right. So yeah.
There goes that headband.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, he's a good guy, and he didn't play a huge amount last year, if I remember rightly. But obviously, with a lot of new guys, he's going to be looked upon this year. So hopefully, he can step up. I think he can. So.
Adamson. Oh.
It's crazy. I've gone on to being I'm like one of the older players on the team now. I come back this year and suddenly I'm old.
Yeah.
It's but the young lads are coming along really well, and every game is a learning experience for all of us. And
for sure.
You're going to see some good things for sure. I've really impressed in practice. And
Linda Roth.
Yeah, and it looks like
Jeremy Kruger.
nice
Pick up your pizza.
Kozhikov there.
Sons.
And it looks like pretty good nucleus, and once the chemistry is there, it's going to be better.
right, like you said, yeah, a lot of new players. So that takes time to gel, and we've worked extremely hard in practice. Like I've never had a preseason like I've just had.
Oh, no kidding.
And the boys are ready, but you know, a little experience is going to help us, and that'll come with games. And you know, we just got to try and get as many wins as we can early, and go from there.
I've been impressed with the goalkeeper Casey Clark tonight too.
Yeah, we're really, you know, blessed in that because you know, I remember the end of last season, losing Marcelo, losing Peter, two very good keepers. I felt that was the biggest void we had this year, and in Casey, and then Nikolai, who was also, he's not playing tonight, but he played last week, and I feel safe.
Natalie and Ramos just came together midfield, and Ramos has been playing the kind of game where maybe he's asking for that kind of attention.
Yeah, he always does. He's that kind of guy.
Sliding save. Careful. Good job to clear there.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, Ross. But yeah,
No, you're fine. I know. I'm used to it with you, Freddie. So.
He's married now.
Right, I know how it is.
Yeah, but
10:08 left.
Ramos, he plays that very aggressive game, and he can get guys that maybe out.
He's very stealthy about it too. Like he's a guy he'll antagonize you. He'll leave something in late, and he's just trying to upset somebody, and you know.
Well, we saw it earlier. He had the shot after the whistle. For,
right.
You know, for no reason. And
yeah, that should have been a card, but
that's
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to discuss the referee. I get in trouble.
Yeah, we can.
I'll let you guys do that.
And actually tonight, it's been better than we've seen. It's certainly been much worse.
Yeah.
I think it's been a pretty fair game.
Well, yeah, and there hasn't been a lot of really controversial topics. I mean, no blue cards as of yet, I don't think. And
Nope.
it's been a pretty good game.
Oh, Adamson.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, it wasn't Adamson, my mistake.
Megson. Yep.
So Greg Crayons lost it there in
Boy,
the
oh
corner,
boy.
and Tacoma is gonna. Well, they're gonna find the back of the net. That's 5-1.
I tell you what, that you've just got to clear there.
Here's the replay.
You've got to be able to clear there. Megson. Wow.
Kick and play.
Yep.
Make 77 look good.
So at least someone does, huh?
5-1.
You didn't get that, did you, Fred?
I got it.
Oh, you did.
Stars out in front.
He caught onto it.
All right, well, just taking shots, waiting for something back, you know.
And you hate to say impossible, because
Oh, not in this game.
but this is tough.
Yeah, 9 minutes. We
And
got to
you
get a
really-
goal here pretty early and build.
You really have to turn it up. And you just have to make sure that when you're pressing that you
It's
take
tough.
care of your own net.
Yeah, it's tough because when you start to overpress, you're overcommitting.
Oh my gosh.
Waltman, he made a leg save and then a head save, and Corey Adamson is down.
Yeah, he and Waltman came together, and we're going to need the trainer out here. Waltman wrapped up with Adamson on the turf, and he still makes the save off his dome.
2 saves there. See if we can.
Give him to the official a little bit.
Yeah, Tony Glavin is not happy.
It's a tough game. It's an aggressive game. It's a rough game, but it has to be safe. And I think that's the point you want to drive home.
Here's the replay. Get a look at it here. See exactly what happened. Couple of nice saves there, but unfortunately, Corey Adamson was right in the middle of the fray. Good pressure here by the ambush. There's the first leg save.
Catches, maybe that's a high ankle or
And
shin.
it looks like he, as they would say in the NHL, it's lower body. It's definitely a leg or a knee.
Well, and just real quick, I mean, if you're watching the broadcast, I just want to praise what we have going on here at the fan area. We got the 2 high cameras. We got 4 cameras down in the field. We're able to capture every inch of action of St. Louis Ambush soccer. We're, in my opinion, the best in the business.
And good to see Corey get off under his own power there. And hopefully He'll be good enough to return. Danny Burko head of steam there. Waltman gets rid of it. That's sort of a lame bicycle kick there from Antoniuk. Ambush take over. Led that ball just a little too much. And here comes Ramos. Garcia tries to steal. It's a 2-on-1. Slide tackle there. In front. Big save. That one goes off the crossbar. And boy, did the Ambush avoid another goal there. Wow.
Yeah.
That looked like it might be an easy one. And Casey Clark, a nice save. And good hustle by the Ambush D there as well. Boy, oh boy. Let's take a look again at the save from Casey Clark. Ramos, very dangerous. Off the boards, a good pass, and Antoniuk. I think if he puts more on that ball, he probably scores.
Well, and I know, Ross, you have to be on your way, but we appreciate you coming out. Give us a little bit of insight.
Yeah.
When can we expect you back? Can you be back next week?
Next week is a plan, but we'll just see how the leg.
Excellent.
The
Love
leg
to see you
responds,
against
so
Chicago.
Appreciate that.
Good luck, my friend. Happy healing.
Thank you guys for all tuning in.
Always
Love you, Mum
a
and Dad,
pleasure.
if you're watching. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Number 77, the good lad, Ross McGregor. Hopefully we'll be back very, very soon. As you can see, we need him. And again, you know, it's 5-1. There's 7:47 left.
Right.
I think a pretty good first half. The third quarter is where the Ambush kind of fell apart there. And again, I think as these guys play together and you get some of the injured back, I mean, you're looking at 4 or 5 guys that played last year that are not in there. It's a very new team right now.
Yes.
But I think they have a very nice nucleus to build on, and I think we're going to see bigger and better things from the St. Louis Ambush team. Unfortunately, not for the home opener, at least not yet.
And I and you, we, like a lot of the fans here at the Family Arena right now, watch this team over the past 3+ seasons and just seeing how they've grown and how they've matured and they've come around. And right now, this team, the team that we're watching right now, is the best Ambush team that we've seen to date. And they're only going to improve from this point, and they're going to get those guys out there. Like you said, it's about chemistry, it's about momentum. It's a very long season in a short amount of time, if that can make any sense. So these guys are going to go and they're going to play every single week until it's February, and come February they're going to have a shot if they can figure it out early. Get a couple before the new year, and then see how it works out down the stretch. But this Central Division is just so tough.
And again, you heard Ross McGregor talking about how this is one of the hardest preseasons he's ever had. This team's not going to sit on their hands and just say, "Oh well, we're built for next year." They're building for now, and that's good to know. And if they'll do what they need to do to win soccer games. And I like the pace.
I'm liking Kojo. I think he can play a little bit.
There's a couple of guys that have impressed me tonight. And again, it's no secret. The goalkeeping position, I think, has been very good. And again, it doesn't look like it on the scoreboard, but this Tacoma team is very, very skilled. And you're not going to keep them off the score sheet.
That's tough right there. You got 5 defenders around the ball. Tacoma's able to poke it out.
Tacoma just going to try and play keep away. Hansen to Cox. Jamil up to Megson, who had was a very nice goal.
Yeah.
I wasn't much for the celebration, but you know what? When you score one like that, it's your stage, sir.
And you have hated fun for years now, so that makes perfect sense to me. But we're here at about 6 minutes left in the fourth, and the Ambush are chasing 4. But I mean, the crowd's into it. The Family Arena is happening right now. Everyone in the building knows that there's still an opportunity. The Ambush can get one quick, and then keep some continued pressure.
And Tacoma's going to try and pile it on here. They're not just going to sink into a defensive shell. Antoniuk loses it. Clark to Schmerman. And Tacoma still pressing. They're
Yeah,
not going to make it easy for the ambush to get out of their own
full
zone.
pitch pressure.
Burko was open, but a nice play there by Peterson to cut the ball off. 5.5 minutes left.
Danny Burko knows what Christmas presents he gets before Christmas.
That's going to be a call. That's an easy one to make. Contreras ties up the legs there.
Corey Keats
Ambush
down
foul
on the
number
turf.
18, Carlos Contreras, first foul of the half.
And again, yeah, that's a very easy one. And back to what we said earlier, and we've been saying all along, a nice job by the referees to keep control of this game. Have they missed a call or two? Yeah, but they're human. But, and we're going to get a look at that trip again. This is, again, an easy call to make right here.
Mattingly has it on live action. He's going to take an attempt. It's going to be blocked by Keats.
And back out it comes. Kyrell goes down, but it was all ball. Kostakis over to Richard Schmerman.
He's open.
Just over 5 minutes left here in the fourth. The ambush chasing 4 goals. Good move there and a shot, and Waltman makes the save, gives up the rebound, but nobody in front for that ball.
Yeah, Nate Cass puts one on Walton, but like you said, no one in the box to corral the rebound.
Megson, whoa. Head of steam, and they're going to call Schmerman for the foul.
Looks like Megson's still down. He took his momentum into the dasher.
And Megson's trying to figure out how the ambush got the ball on that. And they're saying, well, you ran into him.
Yeah, he's an excitable guy.
A little bit. Just the guy I thought that would have a man bun, too. Just saying. 4:35 left here in the fourth.
Yeah, I know it's Washington. You know, I went to college in Washington, Joe. We've had this talk. I'm a proud Washington State University alum, but they don't just have the worst haircuts.
Easy to be a stylist in that state, is what you're saying? Okay.
I'm not even sure you need a license.
And again, the ambush now with 4:10 left, just trying to make it look a little better. Here's a giveaway. Lee. Luckily, too far off of his foot.
Get it up to Garrett.
And a good job here by Kojakov, keeping possession with 3:51 left. Let's see if Stefan San Luis can get one. A nice block there by Megson. Good to see him take some shots, and I think that's the one thing Tony Glavin will probably tell him at the end of this game. Hey, you can shoot really well. Do that more.
Yes, you are strong.
And this one goes off of Takata. It's going to be a Tacoma Star restart. And again, folks, if you couldn't make it out tonight, inexcusable.
I agree completely.
But next week, it's the Chicago Mustangs at 7:05. STLewisambush.com, or just come down to the Family Arena and purchase your tickets. Again, can't be more affordable than it is right here, and that includes the snacks and the beverages as well. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to have a good time.
It's family fun at an affordable price, Joe.
That should be a slogan.
So you're a family man.
I am indeed.
I saw you
started several.
You brought a carom of kids to the game tonight.
Not all mine, I don't think.
Who knows?
2:50 left in this one. And the ambush now just trying to save face and make it a little closer. Kostakis. San Luis! Toe ball off the boards, and that one goes wide. I think he was trying to get that ball to Contreras.
Yeah, he had an opportunity on the right.
Watch out here. Here's Moan. Keep away. Contreras. Nice steal. Careful here. Tacoma. You know, just because you hold your hands up doesn't mean your body is not doing something illegal. I just want people to know that. In front, Burko scores! Danny Burko! Beautiful setup there by Contreras. And the Ambush have scored their second goal of the game. Pretty play there, Contreras. Good job to get it to Danny Burko.
Danny Burko is more special than a kiss from your crush, Joe.
And here we're going to take a look at it again. Contreras did a nice job just to slide it to Burko. Tips it over the sliding Danny Waltman. And a nice job. And here come the Ambush again. Burko in the corner, turning, shooting. Blocked there by Keats. Back to Waltman he goes. And he breaks out to Megson. And hits this one too far. It goes into the box to Casey Clark. So with 1:37 left.
Clark's gonna
Ambush.
Come up. Yeah, we're going to start thinking about the sixth attacker. Clark's going to put it in play.
Good ball there. And that's going to be a restart. He doesn't like that call, but
Is that Kojo?
Keats, definitely a foul there on Kozhikov.
Looks like Coach Glavin's thinking about a timeout maybe on this set piece.
Couldn't hurt, and they're going to take it here. With 1:26 left in the game, Ambush down by 3, but a glorious opportunity on a restart.
That's how I like it. What it's going to do is it's going to give the Ambush a chance for the sixth attacker. You bring in the sixth attacker, maybe you get one off the restart quick, and then you're chasing 2 with a minute and a half. Chasing 2 with a minute and a half in arena soccer is doable.
Yeah, it's very doable, but I mean they still have their work cut out. They have to have everything fall into place perfectly for them, but stranger things have happened, that's for sure. And Tony Glavin wants to talk about it. Hey, don't forget, you can watch the Ambush home and away on YouTube. You go to the MASL TV channel. You can also catch up with the MASL on Facebook. Visit them, facebook.com/MASL Soccer to keep track of the Ambush and all of the other teams in the MASL. And again, next action will be next week, Saturday night, 7:05. Get your tickets at the Family Arena or go to stlewisambush.com for more information. And you will like what you see. So the restart here, Stefan San Luis.
Takata is in as the sixth attacker.
Richard Schmerman. Takata out there with the yellow jersey, as you just mentioned. Mattingly. Far post, San Luis. Schmerman with the left, he scores! Richard Schmerman! And don't look now, but the Ambush are within 2 with a $1:24 left in this soccer game. Beautiful restart there by San Luis, and Schmerman just hammers it with that lethal left foot of his.
But I feel like we've been talking about that for 3 years now. No one is stronger with the left foot. Here it is on the replay. St. Louis is going to give it a little dance. Feeds it over to Schmerman.
Bang. Oh, and that one, he got a deflection there too, but
yeah.
He hammers that ball.
Well, he puts so much on it that even when it is deflected by the Tacoma defender, it's a nothing effort. And here we are. C-Square has an Ambush chasing 2.
Casey Clark back in goal. San Luis
That's
turning, trying to get some space.
That's perfect.
Against the boards, overruns the ball, gets it back. He goes down, no call. And Casey Clark's going to move up on the play. Less than a minute left in the game.
Mitchell Garcia over to St. Louis.
The Ambush chasing 2.
Ambush sixth attacker is Kentaro Takata.
Stefan San Luis.
Here we are, 45 seconds.
Takata, San Luis. Can they put another one in and make it really interesting here? 38 seconds left. They got to get a shot on goal. In front! And Dan Antoniuk can't clear it all the way out. Back into the corner it goes. Corey Adamson in there. Adamson. 22 seconds left. Gonna have to shoot the ball. There's a shot. Danny Waltman makes the save. And that should all but do it on the home opener for the St. Louis Ambush. 9 seconds left. This ball goes all the way down. Takata has it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and that will wrap it up. So not what the Ambush wanted to do with their home opener, but a nice late charge coming back within 2, and they lose this game 5-3. That drops them to 0-2 on the season.
That's a disappointing loss for the Ambush in the home opener, but an exciting night of soccer
for sure
here in St. Louis. It is back. The MASL is alive and well. Many fans in attendance, good energy, good soccer. It was a good night, my friend Joe. I like it. I like being up in the booth.
Absolutely. Our thanks to everybody that listened, to the new Ambush ownership who had us back. Good for them. And also to Jack and all the boys in the booth, making us looking and sounding like we know what we're doing tonight. Thank you so much. Next action. Next Saturday, right here at the Family Arena against the Chicago Mustangs, and then they'll head to Chicago the next day for a home-and-home series. Again, the St. Louis Ambush dropped this game 5-3 to the Tacoma Stars. We'll be back with you again next Saturday night on YouTube at MASL TV, and check them out at maslsoccer.com. For my guy Fred Slow.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm Joe De Niro. We'll talk to you again next Saturday right here back on YouTube for St. Louis Ambush Soccer. Good night, everybody.
Good job, everyone. GG.